Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Sunday and welcome back to the second candle review of the day. I hope you are having a great afternoon. If you missed it, the first candle review that I uploaded today was of Homeworks Cinnamon Vanilla. I'll go ahead and link that one in the description box down below. I will also put a link to where you can find the candle that we are talking about in this video. And in this video, we're going to be discussing a new fragrance for fall 2024 from Kringle Candle. And this is Kittens and Cashmere. And I have to admit that when I first stuck my nose into this fragrance, I really didn't care for it on cold sniff. It definitely reminds me of another fragrance, and I want to give credit where credit is due because I think it was Katie that actually mentioned that this is very similar to Sweater Weather from Bath & Body Works. And if you've been following my candle content for a number of years, you know that I don't really care for these fresh, outdoorsy, cooler, maybe like breezier type of fragrances. Like, I have never purchased a Sweater Weather in my life, nor would I have ever really considered it in the past. But I will definitely give credit where it is due. And I have actually found this particular fragrance to be a lot more enjoyable than I initially thought it would be. It's still not my favorite type of fragrance, but I no longer view this as like a hard no. So I feel like I'm maturing. I mean, at the ripe old age of 45, maybe it's time, but I have really held a lot of really strong fragrance preferences for most of my life. I really do, favor gourmands and fruity fragrances. I've never been one for woody or hearth fragrances or super cologne-y or perfumey fragrances, at least when it comes to like home fragrance. Obviously, I wear a lot of perfume, but I didn't always enjoy candles that smelled perfumey. But something about entering my 40s and maybe my hormones changing, or I don't know what's happening, but I am starting to embrace a lot more fragrance families that I would have in the past never even considered. So I did receive this candle in PR from Kringle, just so you guys are aware. I am an ambassador with them. So I do sometimes receive the new collection so that I can share my thoughts with you guys. And I remember doing my first sniff impressions and kind of, sticking my nose in this one and just thinking, it's very fresh. But it's actually quite nice once you light it up. Now, I'm not trying to convince any of you who don't like this type of fragrance to get this one, because if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's, that's a given. But I do think this is one where if you are willing to be open, maybe picking up the wax melts might be a good idea to test this one out. The label, it's definitely everybody's favorite label for this fall 2024 collection. For sure. Everyone loved this label. But I feel like the fragrance doesn't necessarily jive with the label. So we've got a kitten that appears to be taking a nap in a stack of sweaters, from what I can tell. Adorable kitten. But I kind of expected more of like a cashmere experience from this fragrance, and that's not what you're getting. So we're gonna go ahead and approach this review like we normally do. So I will share the fragrance notes, tell you what I smell. We'll talk strength and throw and overall burn quality. So I'll have this link down below. Like I said, the fall candles are now starting to be included in some weekend sales. So you'll be able to purchase this one on sale if you're interested. You can also try including my affiliate discount code at checkout. That may save you another 15%. It may not. It's always worth plugging that in there if you don't have any rewards to apply, to see if you can save yourself a little bit of extra money on your order. All right, let's get into the scent description. All right, Kittens and Cashmere. Crisp, frosty air, blankets, aromatic greenery, vibrant fir needle, and ice-dusted eucalyptus blended with soft hints of ambered woods, simmering spearmint, and snowy white musk. The top notes are ozone, green, and herbal. The mid notes are fir needle, eucalyptus, and mint. And then the base is herbal and amber musk. Okay, so what do I smell here? First of all, the comparison that Katie made to Sweater Weather is very accurate. I don't think the two fragrances are exactly the same, but I can't necessarily maybe even say that because I've never actually burned Sweater Weather. I have smelled it in store at Bath & Body Works multiple times, and it does smell very similar to this one on Cold Sniff for sure, but I've never actually smelled Sweater Weather burning, so I'm gonna assume that they do have some similarities. So the fragrance notes that hit me I guess the most aggressively with this one are definitely the green notes. The green that I'm getting here, it's not necessarily like a grass greenery type of smell. It's really more of like a leafiness, like a green leafy scent. Like the leaves from that you would maybe pluck off of like a flower from your garden, right? So like the rose leaves, just the leaves themselves, not the floral part, just the green part. The herbal note is kind of interesting in here. I feel like the herbal that I'm getting is just like a touch of sage more than anything else. Fir needles. I do smell fir in this fragrance, and it's coming across as a very fresh, outdoorsy, cooler, almost holiday tree type note. Now, here we go with the eucalyptus and the mint. If you are newer to my channel, you should know that I very much dislike both eucalyptus and mint. And I have not changed my mind on either of those two fragrance notes yet. I wish I could, but those are the two that I'm still kind of struggling with. The eucalyptus is quite present in here, as is the mint. Here's the thing though, I think they are buffered quite nicely by the herbal, the fir, the green, the amber, and that muskiness in here. I think that that definitely helps to kind of balance the, I don't know, eucalyptus to my nose smells, it can smell quite astringent. And mint, I don't know what it is with mint. Don't get me wrong, I love mint. I love a mojito. There's lots of mint in there's lots of mint in mojitos. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. I love mint gum. Like I don't have beef with mint. I just don't want my house to smell minty, right? Like it kind of reminds me of like chewing gum. And I guess I don't necessarily want to equate the fragrance in my house to chewing gum, if that makes sense. But you can smell the mint in here. I think it smells more of like a spearmint than it does a peppermint. But this is a very fresh, very outdoorsy, very cool type of fall fragrance. Honestly, if you have stuck your nose into Sweater Weather and you like what you smell with Sweater Weather, you're probably gonna like this fragrance. If you don't like Sweater Weather, I don't think you're gonna like this, and I would say be a little bit hesitant about at least ordering like a large jar of this. You might struggle with it. But this one here, I think it's actually somewhat enjoyable. I am definitely to the halfway point. I just lit this prior to starting this review, but yeah, I've been burning this, and I've been burning it inside of my house, which again, if you've been following me for a while, normally with fragrances like this, a lot of times I will burn them under our covered patio. But I do think this is a lovely option, maybe for a bathroom setting, maybe for a bedroom. I don't know. I think it's a nice bathroom fragrance. In fact, I think after I'm done with this review, I might go ahead and pop this one into our downstairs powder room because it kind of goes with the color palette that's in there this year for my fall decor. But yeah, it's pleasant. I'm enjoying it. Will I repurchase it myself? No, probably not. But I am actually surprised that it is a somewhat enjoyable fragrance to my nose. Strength and throw. So pretty solid, I would say, Kringle large 2-wick jar performance here. The strength, solid 7. The throw, equally a solid 7. Maybe it travels a little bit further even. So I'll put it between a 7 and an 8. Honestly, it might be that my nose is kind of seeking this one out. I do have to be careful what I burn alongside this one. I don't have a lot of fragrances that are very similar to this one. So I have kind of been burning this one on its own a little bit more than I normally do with some of my other candles, and I can smell it throughout, I would say, the bulk of the downstairs of the house. Again, might be a situation of this being pretty new to my nose in terms of being inside of my home, and so maybe I'm detecting it a little bit more, but it's quite potent to my nose. So if this is the type of fragrance that brings you joy, I'm having a good strength and throw experience with it, so feel confident with that. And then the overall burn quality. I really don't ever have any problems with this style of Kringle candles. The country candle jars, I don't love them. I mean, I think they have improved the country formulation immensely, but I think I still prefer the overall performance when it comes to these traditional classic 2-wick jars. This wax is never colored. It's always that like gorgeous kind of creamy white shade. And you can see here how deep this wax pool gets once it really gets going. Gets a decent wax pool there. But yeah, it just has this lovely creamy white wax that just performs incredibly well. I love the Kringle soy formula. I will definitely stand by this being the cleanest burning candle out of all of the candles that I love. This formulation is definitely one of the cleanest. So if that is something that's important to you, I would definitely encourage you to check out more from Kringle. Anyway, overall, I'm not going to give it 2 thumbs up because again, this isn't something that's really in my wheelhouse, but I will give it 1 thumb up for being enjoyable for what it is. I'll definitely burn the rest of it, and you'll see it in my empties maybe towards the end of either September or definitely by October. But yeah, I'm gonna keep burning it, and I'll burn it inside. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions. Check out the description box for a link to where to purchase this, as well as that additional discount code. I appreciate you being here. There should be one more review that goes live a little bit later on today. I'm thinking that it might be another one of the Kringle Halloween fragrances. I'm still trying to make my way through those, so I'm seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. So stay tuned, and again, subscribe if you're new, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.